Today, I'm going to tell you about the movie Down. Jennifer stayed at work until late at night. She still hasn't turned off her laptop. She wants to write her ex that she fly to New York tomorrow, but she can't decide. Finally, when the last employee of the office left, Jeanne turns off her laptop without sending a letter. The girl takes a gift bought for Derek, a bag and a phone, and goes to the elevators. Guy hurries to leave the office building. He ran to the bathroom and then came to the elevators. Guy works on the 42nd floor and Jennifer on the 49th. They almost simultaneously press the elevator call button. First, the cabin took Jeanne and then opened on the floor of Guy. These two exchange short phrases while going down. Guy shows Jennifer a strange drawing on one of the elevator walls. It depicts a man in a box who can't get out. As soon as the elevator goes down to the basement, the cabin suddenly stops. Guy and Jeanne are confused. They try to call for help, but no one answers. Cell phones also don't get a connection in the basement. There are long weekends ahead and a holiday, Valentine's Day. If they don't get out of the elevator today, they'll have to sit here for several days. Jennifer is nervous. She needs to get on the plane. Having discussed the situation, they both understand that no one will look for them, which means they'll have to get out on their own. Guy tries to stretch the doors to the sides, but nothing comes out. They try to raise the ceiling panels one by one, but it doesn't help. Then Guy and Jeanne humble themselves, decide to just wait. Jennifer wants to drink, and Guy offers her his water or wine, which he took from the office at home. After a short talk, Jeanne agrees to drink water. She drinks, and after a while she wants to go to the bathroom. It's been for hours in the elevator, and the girl continues to endure so as not to do this in front of a stranger. Guy offers her to fix the need for a thermos, which lies in the girl's bag. Jennifer resists, but gives up when Guy promises not to look and cover her ears. To somehow kill time, they talk about all sorts of nonsense, throw the candies that Jeanne took with her from the office into the crater. Finally, realizing that up to this point their life was not going very well, the couple decides to get rid of the wine and cheer up. Jeanne and Guy have a stick in their bags. They open the bottle, drink, and share stories from life. When the bottle emptied, these two found new entertainment. They took out a piece of paper and a pen from their wallets and began to draw each other. Along the way, Guy said that he had seen Jennifer in the building several times and that he liked her. Guy is a very nice guy. He is attentive, caring, cute, and Jennifer likes him more and more. Their warm conversation is interrupted by a random noise outside. It seems to them that this guard is checking the building, but no one still answers their shouts. Guy's drawing turned out to be quite neat, but Jeanne portrayed her companion on the elevator with sticks and a bottle in her hands. She wanted to joke, but suddenly got scared that Guy would be offended. Guy was not offended. He even liked Jen's caricature. Jennifer took out her phone to take a picture of Guy's drawing. She promised that if they got out of here alive, she would put this photo on an avatar in social networks. Then these two split up so that they would eat now. They are already hungry, and then they take selfies. Guy offers to discuss something interesting, so as not to sit just like that. Among the guys offered was sex. Jennifer agrees to talk about sex, but wants to make the conversation more interesting. The phone, which she still held in her hands, made her think. The girl turns on the camera, starts recording, and asks Guy where he had the most unusual experience of sex. Guy is confused. Then Jeanne takes the initiative. She tells about her adventures in the library. She points the camera at Guy again, and he admits that nothing like this has ever happened to him in his life. Jennifer asks him to come up with a story, and Guy tells an erotic sketch about a trip with a girl in a car. Both are excited. Sparkles flash. Jennifer and Guy begin to kiss, undress each other, and fall in love on the floor of the elevator. Having finished, Guy admits that he is ready to fall in love with Jennifer. The girl, however, withdraws from him, becomes chained, cold. Guy asks her about it, and Jeanne admits that she was going to fly to New York to her ex, that she still loves him and wants to make up, and that they just have an accidental sex with Guy. Guy is upset. He is convinced that they will not have anything with Jeanne, and also decides to be frank. He says that their meeting in the elevator is not accidental, that his name is not Guy, and that he works as a guard in this building. He says that he has seen Jeanne many times and wanted to meet her, but she did not pay attention to an ordinary guard. Then he decided to adjust their incident in the elevator. Guy, whose real name is John, has a key with him, which he blocked the elevator with. Seeing him, Jennifer tries to take the key. They have a fight. The key breaks, and Jean manages to cut John out for a while. But he quickly regained consciousness and hit Jean so hard that she lost consciousness. Bring him out. He looks so upset. John notices that the ceiling panels are not screwed with bolts, which means that they can be knocked out. He climbs up, knocks out the panel, and is going to climb the mine for help. He asks to put him to the ceiling so that it would be easier to climb. But Jean says that she does not have enough strength. She promises him that she will not call the police and will definitely come back for him if John puts her to the ceiling. John concedes. However, barely climbing up, Jennifer sends the guard and climbs the stairs to the exit. No, Jean. No, no. John is furious. He builds a rope from his clothes, throws it over the beam at the top, and gets out. He promises to kill Jean when he catches up with her, and the girl in panic crawls to the locked door. She does not have time to get out. John catches her and throws her down, but he himself falls down. Waking up, Jean notices the fire extinguishing system. She spreads the fire in the lid of her thermos, using a piece of paper falling out of her bag. Then John comes to his senses. He injured his back, but can still move. The attempt to attract the attention of the firefighters failed. The fire extinguishing system gave water, and the fire went out. Jennifer and John have a new fight. The girl manages to tie the boy's hands and legs. No, no, no. She wants to cut off his business with scissors for cigars, but then she gets a better idea. She records herself and John on camera, makes him confess that he held her in the elevator by force to then show the police record. John confesses because he does not want to part with the orphanage. He also tells that he once had a business. And that story about the girl is true. Only that day they broke up. The girl died, and he had to sit for 6 months. After prison, he was not taken anywhere to work. Therefore, he got a job as a guard, where he met Jean. He liked her at once. He missed the feminine affection and warmth which he received while in a good position. John knew that the girl he was watching would never be with him, with a simple guard. Therefore, he invented this whole story with the elevator. While John was telling all this to Jennifer, a mustached man with his girlfriend enters the building. John sent him home, saying that he would be on duty instead of him. John also told the third guard. The partner wanted to show off in front of his girlfriend to take her to the roof of the building where he works. However, he did not find anyone on the aisle. John was also not in the locker room. Then he looked at the picture from the surveillance camera in the elevator. There was a mess, among which lay blooded John and Jennifer. John's partner contacted him on the inside and promised to come to the rescue. His girlfriend was already in the hall on the sofa and almost fell asleep. The man finds the right door, opens it, and throws the key inside. John throws Jennifer to the wall with a kick. He says that the key does not work and asks his partner to get in and see what's going on. When he half got into the elevator cabin, John starts the mechanism and the elevator cuts the man in half. John knocks out Jennifer, throws his partner's body together with the blooded clothes into the elevator shaft, takes Jennifer's body into the car, and goes to the guard post. Here he removes all the recordings from the surveillance cameras and suddenly discovers his partner's girlfriend. He also kills her and then throws her into the elevator shaft. After changing clothes and wiping the traces of blood, John gets into the car and goes to the garbage can somewhere in the middle of nowhere. Here he pours a can of gasoline into the garbage and then talks to Jennifer through the trunk lid. The girl does not answer. John opens the trunk and realizes that she is dead. He relaxes, goes to the tank to throw out her bag. At this moment, Jean attacks from behind. She hits her kidnapper with a can of gasoline, gets in the car, and leaves. At the end of the alley leading to the garbage can, the car stops. John hesitates, but decides to take advantage of the situation. He is already going to the car when he sees that Jennifer is turning back. She speeds up, ready to ram the kidnapper. The alley is narrow. John has nowhere to go. At the last moment before the collision, he jumps into the garbage can. No, 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 no. Jean crashes into the tank, drives away, and gets out of the car to see what's wrong with John. The wounded and unable to move is lying among the waste of gasoline. Jean takes out a cigar, which John took with a lighter. He smokes it, thinks for a long time, looking at John. He understands that he will burn alive now. Jean leaves the tank, continues to pull the cigar, stops and throws the cigarette butt into the gasoline. A flame bursts, devouring the garbage and still warming John's body. That's all for today. Subscribe and like if you want more videos like this.